Welcome, everyone. Welcome to 11 Astrology Night. Tonight, we're going to talk about the astrology for the week of March 8th through March 14th. This is immediately following the Virgo lunar eclipse, which is actually peaking as I'm live streaming on March 3rd. We're going to go over the cosmic influences that the collective will feel. I'm going to read for the collective and I will offer some mini readings at the end. Guys, please remember we are multi streaming tonight. So we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. Please forgive my scratchy voice. Outside all day today. I definitely enjoyed the weather, but I feel a sore throat, right? Vanessa, first one in, welcome. All right, I'm just pulling my notes up. I actually didn't get a chance to go over my notes before tonight's live. Learned two very valuable lessons today. Sherry, welcome. One is we're going to keep our Tuesday, Thursday schedule. And the second lesson I learned today is not to volunteer to work on Tuesdays or Thursdays. So, two big lessons, but I did get to spend some time on the lake. The weather was nice, very enjoyable. All right, let me pop over and check on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Look at us go. And TikTok. All right, ladies, let me know. Can you hear music in the background? I don't want to get in trouble, but I do have my piano playing. All right, guys, get comfortable. Tonight's live really shouldn't be too long. I wouldn't think. Um, it looks like we have an issue on TikTok. That's sad. But tonight's live shouldn't be too long, guys. I'm just gonna go over the really quick astrology. I'm gonna read for the collective. I do have a special 3-card reading that I am offering tonight. Uh, yes, will you do me a favor? Can you pop over on TikTok and let me know if we're working okay? Sweet, not too bad. All right, guys, let's get to it. Okay, so again, we're looking at the week of March 8th through the 14th. So this energy is marked by a shift because we're experiencing this again very heavy blood moon eclipse energy, right? It's happening, peaking right now as we speak, right? Remember, guys, we're always looking a week ahead. So this energy is renewed emotional momentum and very much a strategic reflection because we have some major planets that are changing direction the week of the 8th through the 14th. I'm going to break each one of them down for you. All right. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Yes, today was his birthday, 24 years old. All right, so here's your key astrological events for this week. Jupiter's going to station direct. That's going to happen on March 10th. So after it's been retrograde since November, Jupiter is going to turn direct in the sign of Cancer. It will eventually move on into Leo, but right now let's focus on the Cancer energy. This is going to end a really long period of internal reflection. So this is where we're opening a silver lining for expansion in home, family, and emotional security. I actually named tonight's live Finding Silver Lining because I feel like that is the energy that is going to peak this week, March 8th through the 14th. All right, so we also have Mars conjunct the North Node. Guys, look on your chart. Where's your North Node? Mars in Pisces aligns exactly with the North Node, and this is really faded energy, and it can kind of feel volatile, like it's impacting things like gas prices. But also, it's a powerful time for personal growth through meditation, uh, more meditation than rather than being like impulsive or taking impulsive actions. Mercury is retrograde still in Pisces this week, so Mercury is going to continue the backward journey. It does go on until March 20th, so we're almost there, but don't forget the shadow periods. This really can cloud your rational thought with hazy or even idealistic views. It's going to be an ideal time for reviewing your past projects or paperworks rather than starting new ones. And then we also have Venus in Aries. So Venus having entered Aries, I believe on the 6th, it really brings this bold, spontaneous, and sometimes impulsive energies to relationships and finances that you'll want to pay attention to as you work through the week. All right, let's see. On the 8th, Venus is also going to be conjunct Saturn. It's going to be a day of serious reflection. What do you value most in relationships and commitments? We also have Mercury trine Jupiter. So this is spectacular adventures, big dreams, but it's going to require some careful planning due to the retrograde. On the 10th, again, Jupiter direct, that's going to mark the beginning of more visible progress. Jupiter trine Sun and Mercury on the 11th, that's going to be a boost of optimism. And then also on the 11th, we have the last quarter moon. All right, here's some practical advice for this week, March 8th through the 14th. Um, you want to edit everything before sending. With Mercury retrograde in Pisces, really all communications need to be double checked for clarity to avoid communication breakdowns. Pay attention to this. I've experienced it several times already. You also want to review your financials. This is going to be an excellent week to work on your taxes, wills, or complex paperwork. But hold off on the final submissions until March 20th, if possible, again, because that is when Mercury goes direct. You also want to practice compassion. If you notice that others are making mistakes, reach out, ready, gently. Calling people out right now is really not an energy. It definitely could backfire because of the current transits. So you want to be gentle and kind with people this week, March 8th through the 14th. It is going to be the week of finding your silver lining. So think of this week as a sacred pause. It's going to be a chance to slow down, find hidden blessings. So instead of trying to push forward, which I know I'm struggling with all my Aries energy, you're going to be invited to look inward and reset. So even with Mercury moving backwards in Pisces, it's going to cause some confusion, but the universe is offering a really powerful opportunity to grow right now, the 8th through the 14th. All right, here's some silver linings that you can look for. There's going to be a wave of good fortune on March 11th because lucky Jupiter stops moving backwards in Cancers and finally starts moving forward. It's going to bring a rush of protective, nurturing energy. So if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or even Pisces, you will feel this the most. It's a beautiful reminder that your personal foundation is getting stronger and help is often just around the corner. All right. This is also going to be silver linings in confidence meeting opportunity. And this is all week, March 8th through the 14th, because it's a powerful connection between Mars and Jupiter that's going to create a window of opportunity. So even if life feels a little chaotic right now, this alignment is whispering, you've got this. Trust your gut and take the bold steps forward. Also, unleash your inner leader. Uh, Dynamic energy is really peaking today. It's giving on the 8th, and it's going to give everyone the courage to speak up and lead. All right. So, how do you find your silver lining? Let me grab a drink of water and I'll tell you. Erica, welcome. All right. So, how are you going to find your own silver lining? You're going to welcome the pause. So, when plans get delayed or things get frustrating, hello, Mercury retrograde, don't rush to fix it, right? If you have a lot of Aries in your chart, like me, we want to rush to fix everything. So, instead, you're going to take a breath and see these moments as a gentle pause. It's going to give you space to simply notice what's happening inside. This is very much observer energy. How many of you guys have heard that from spirit? We're supposed to be observing. All right, so you're also going to see the delays as happy detours. I do this all the time whenever like I'm getting ready to leave and I forget something and I have to run back inside. Instead of getting mad and being like, oh my God, I'm going to be later, this is worse, yada, yada, I just see it as the universe like slowing me down, protecting me from something that I needed, to wait a few more minutes. Maybe there's an accident or something down the road, right? Travel light this week. So ask yourself, what burdens can you put down? This is going to be the biggest gift that you can give yourself this week is going to be letting go of stress that isn't yours to carry. You also want to dream big. This isn't going to be a time to sign contracts, but it is a perfect time to dream. Visualize your future. Aligning is trusting that even though you can't see the final picture now, something wonderful is being prepared for you behind the scenes. Let's break down the rising signs. Everyone has their birth chart. Drop your rising sign in the chat. I know, I'm not sure what happened. It's so upsetting. But it said we were streaming. All right, I reset it, so hopefully that works. Vanessa, Aquarius, rising. It's so frustrating. I can't even find Facebook. I give up. Okay. All right, I'm going to start with Aries rising. So, since Jupiter is a planet of luck and expansion, and Cancer rules home, family, and emotions, this transit is going to be all about your feelings being more secure, nurturing your inner world, and this is going to be about building a foundation that truly supports you. All right, let's start with Aries rising. So the gift of Jupiter going direct is your focus turns to home and family, and you may feel a strong urge to nest, renovate, or reconnect with loved ones. Emotional clarity could bring a sense of safety. The challenge for Aries rising is you might want to rush through the process, but deep family stuff can't be hurried. So impatience could lead to arguments about the past. A practical step for Aries rising is going to be to declutter your room completely, declutter your space completely, make space physically so you can feel peace emotionally. You could also host a small low pressure dinner to reconnect with people that you love. All right, Taurus rising. The gift for you is going to be that your world opens up through communication and community. So you'll find luck in teaching, writing, or simply speaking your truth. Neighbors and siblings may play a supportive role. And the challenge for Taurus rising may be that Jupiter expands everything, so including your schedule. And you definitely could risk overcommitting or talking too much without listening. All right, practical step for Taurus rising. You want to start a simple idea journal. Write down 3 thoughts every morning. It will help you sort your golden opportunities from the distracting noise. All right, Gemini rising is next. Jupiter going direct. The gift for you is your finances and self worth get a major boost. The money may come in more easily, or you may finally feel like you deserve the good things that are coming to you. The challenge for Gemini rising could be that Jupiter can make you overconfident with spending. So you might buy comfort items you don't need or value yourself based on your bank balance. Practical steps for Gemini rising: create a celebration fund, a small savings account for guilt free treats. This honors your desire for comfort while keeping you grounded. All right, if you're a Cancer rising like me, sweet. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm glad it's working. Jenna, welcome. All right, so if you're Cancer rising like me, Jupiter going direct, the gift that you receive is the luck planet is in your sign. So this is your personal new year for growth. Confidence will return and opportunities will find you. It's time to put yourself first. The challenge for Cancer rising could be that with all the focus on you, you might become overly sensitive or even defensive. Not every comment is an attack, even if you're feeling vulnerable. A practical step for Cancer rising is start a daily I am affirmation ritual. I am safe, I am worthy, I am growing. This will harness Jupiter's confidence boost without letting ego take over. All right, Leo rising is next. Mm. All right, Leo rising. The gift for you, Jupiter going direct in Cancer. It's a deeply spiritual and restorative time. So you're going to find solitude, dreams, and letting go of old patterns, the energy of this Jupiter going direct. The answers will be within, not outside. The challenge for Leo rising is that you love the spotlight, but Jupiter in your 12th house is going to ask you to rest. So you may feel lonely or even bored if you resist the quiet. Practical step for Leo rising: you can create a release ritual, write down what you're ready to let go of, grudges and fears, and safely burn the paper or throw it into, I don't know, a lake, water, ocean. Virgo rising. If you're a Virgo rising, Jupiter going direct, this is going to impact your social life and friendships could blossom at this time. You're going to attract really supportive, like minded people. Group projects and community efforts will bring unexpected luck. The challenge for Virgo rising could be that you might be people pleasing too much, saying yes to everyone until you're exhausted. So, not every friend is a good friend, even if they show up right now. The practical step for Virgo rising is you want to spend time with close friends, share goals, and ask for support. This is going to build community without the pressure of formal networking. All right, Libra rising is next. It's weird that the Aries rising was about family, right? Um, but Cancer energy. All right, Libra rising. So Jupiter going direct is going to impact your career and public image. This is definitely going to be a time to shine for Libra rising. You may be promoted, recognized, or find a mentor. The world is going to see your talents and doors will open. The challenge could be for Libra rising, your work life balance will disappear. You might obsess over success and neglect your health or home life, which could lead to burnout. So, practical step for Libra rising is schedule guilt free fun. Treat it like a business meeting. This is going to ensure that you climb the ladder without forgetting to enjoy the view. All right, Scorpio rising is next. All right, the gift for Scorpio rising with Jupiter going direct is adventure and learning are going to be calling you. Travel, higher education, exploring new philosophies will expand. You're going to feel restless, but in the best way. Scorpio rising's challenge may be you may take an unnecessary risk, things like booking trips that you can't afford or diving into belief systems without doing any research. So, excitement could blur your good judgment. A practical step for Scorpio rising is going to be micro adventure this month, a day trip to a new town or a class that satisfies the wanderlust without emptying your wallet. Right, Sagittarius rising next. Jupiter going direct is going to be a powerful time for shared resources and intimacy. So debts get paid off, inheritances may appear, emotional bonds could deepen significantly. The challenge for Sagittarius rising is that Jupiter can magnify intensity. So you might obsess over what you're owed, or you could even feel paranoid about others' motives regarding money or even just trust in general. Practical step for Sagittarius rising, have an honest talk with your partner, your friend, whoever it is, romantic or business, about shared goals. Transparency will turn potential power struggles into teamwork. All right, Capricorn rising is next. Capricorn rising, Jupiter going direct is going to impact your seventh house relationships. So, again, both personal and professional will take center stage for Capricorn rising. A partner may bring good fortune, or you could even attract someone who mirrors your growth. The challenge could be that you might lose yourself in the relationship, bending too much to keep the peace. Not every compromise is healthy. A practical step for Capricorn rising could be to write down your personal needs before discussing couple goals. Knowing what you want will help you show up as an equal and not a follower. All right, Aquarius rising. Guys, we're almost done, and then I'm going to do a quick reading for the collective. So, Aquarius rising, when Jupiter goes direct, this is going to impact your daily routine, and your health could definitely improve at this time as well. Work will become more meaningful, and you may find joy in small rituals. This is also pets and coworkers, so they could bring some unexpected comfort at this time. The challenge for Aquarius rising, you might micromanage everything. Jupiter is in this house and can make you try to fix every little detail, leading to stressing over things that really don't matter. So, practical step for Aquarius rising, add one tiny joyful habit to your day, like morning stretching or even a fancy coffee. It could make the work of life feel like a gift. All right, last one, guys. Pisces rising. So the gift for Pisces rising with Jupiter going direct is going to be your creativity, romance, and children. This could even be inner child work as well. All of this is going to bring very powerful magic for Pisces rising. Self expression is going to flow easily. You're not just dreaming, you're actually doing. Now, the challenge for Pisces rising could be that you may fall in love with ideas of something rather than the reality of it. So hobbies could get expensive, or even romance might feel like a fantasy. The practical step for Pisces rising is going to be finish one creative project before you start another. This is going to turn inspiration into something real that you can share with the world. All right, guys, that is the information for the astrology for the week of March 8th through the 14th. I hope that information was helpful. I do have a three-card spread that I would like to share with you before we do the collective. This is the free reading that I'm offering tonight, and this is how we find your silver lining. Okay. The first card, three cards, remember? So, first card is going to represent the challenge or frustration that you're currently facing. It's going to be the thing that feels heavy or annoying or stuck right now. Something that you don't want to shy away at this time. You really just want to face it and name it. The silver lining can't really exist without this card, right? So ask yourself what's bothering you most right now. The second card is going to show us the sun behind it. So the card is going to reveal the hidden gift or opportunity that you haven't seen yet. So this is the official silver lining. It may look different than you expected, but this card will show you how the challenge is actually trying to help you grow, protect you, or even guide you somewhere better. So here you're going to ask yourself, what is the situation trying to teach you? And then the last card is your next step, or like a guidance card. It's going to offer practical advice on how to hold on to the silver lining. It's the action that you can take, the mindset to adopt, or the little nudge that you need to just move forward with hope. So here you'll ask yourself, what's one thing that you can do right now to feel lighter? So that is going to be the three cards silver lining reading I'm offering tonight. Let me know, guys. Can we see cards? Can we see pretty table? And how's the sound? Ooh, Sherry, that sounds so good. I feel like bedtime's definitely coming early tonight. And all I did today was go around putting pillows in units. You know what I mean? So it's not like there was like anything like strenuous, but a lot of walking, a lot of stairs, which I'm not a fan of the stairs. I don't mind the walking so much, but yeah, I don't like the stairs. Erica says I need to see the silver lining. Everything feels so heavy. Same. Um, I'm struggling. Like I feel like right now I'm in this weird limbo period. Um, tired of being homeless. You know what I mean? Like I'm so ready for my own space. Um, tired of not having any control and having to wait for, you know, divine timing. um, all of that stuff, right? Like just definitely getting to, I don't know, it's beyond burnout. You know what I mean? It's beyond that. It's like it's time, and I need to see some shit happen like right now. You know what I mean? All right, guys, I pulled out the Black Moon Oracle. And I am going to do a quick collective before we get to that silver lining readings. I just want to see um, where everybody's at. Yes, it's so true. Erica says she can relate. I feel like we're all there. We're all there. And we're all kind of like um we're at the fruition of something. Does that make sense? Like we've all put all of this work in, um, like we've all surrendered, balanced our zen, right? We zero pointed out. We have learned the things, we've integrated, we've went back out into the world and used all of the lessons. We've overcome triggers. We've removed ourselves from situations that weren't serving us. We broke the rose colored glasses, right? We stopped putting them back on. All of these things. And so it's like we're just here in this limbo. We're not who we used to be, but we're not quite who we're going to be. And it's frustrating. You know what I mean? It's frustrating. Erica says, I feel tapped out. I feel like I'm on the verge of tapping out. You know what I mean? Not an option, of course, right? We just keep pushing, we just keep persevering, but it's like that's what it feels like. Like, oh my gosh, am I going to make it? All right, let's see what comes up. And that is everybody. Do you know why everybody is struggling with finances? I mean, other than the people that have, caused the problem to begin with. And because I know that everybody is, talks about Uranus, um, war, and it is a war. But there's a lot of wars happening right now. Like, there's the real war, of course, that's happening with Iran and us and Israel and all the things. There's several other wars happening. You hear people talk about spiritual wars all the time, also happening. But financial war is happening right now, right? Like we're all becoming aware of how we've been, um, what's the word? Like uh, stifled, like held down, suffocated, forced to go without, right? So, Erica, it's yes, very collective and individual. Now, here's what I will say about the collective. How many of you have noticed how powerful the collective energy has gotten? And I mean, that has to mean that it's because so many more are aware, right? Like, that's got to be what that means. Look at this. Pisces. Well, I guess I should put it there. The Pisces, I believe, card on the bottom. All right. For the masculine energy, we have Leo, I will. For the feminine energy, we have 12th house, escape. We have South Node, life debts. The masculine is struggling with ego. That's what I heard. That's the word I heard when I turned the Leo card over. They could feel like they're running out of willpower. We talked about that just a second ago, feeling that energy of burnout. But it's their willpower that will like give them the final push. I'm definitely picking up that energy of closing cycles, beginning new cycles. So like for the masculine, there's this struggle with ego because maybe something isn't happening when you want it or how you want it. Um, There's definitely something about your willpower helping you persevere, like push through something. With 12th house escape for the feminine energy, I get this energy of, um, like we said earlier, tapping out, exhaustion, hiding, can't face something. South Node life debts just really points out that we're all dealing with debt of some type. And the reason is because as we're going through the cycle of closing out that old chapter and starting the new chapter, we can't take those debts with us into the new cycle. The death card on the bottom, big confirmation. All right, let's look at the Leo I will. 7 of Cups, options. You could feel like you're running out of options, running out of choices. 6 of Wands, victory, notoriety, the Moon. You could feel like someone's not seeing you, paying attention, giving you an opportunity. You could feel like someone could be ignoring you, hiding. And for the masculine, it's like they're not sure what to do about it. All right, let's look at the feminine energy. I do get this energy of escapism. Like things are just getting too hard, so I'm gonna go, you know, head under the pillow and hide type of energy. We have 7 of Swords coming out. I heard something about on that mountain. I don't know. 2 of Swords coming out and Ace of Swords coming out. There's definitely some communication issues. 7 of Pentacles is on the bottom. 7 of Pentacles is my clue card for a shit show. But it's also a card that says that you need to be patient just a little bit longer. I call it the shit show card because 7 of Pentacles says that you put so much energy into something, so much effort into something, and it's still not what you expect it to be. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening collectively strongly with the feminine. But the sword energy tells me that this is all going to come down to some form of communication. Now, this could be communication between you and someone else. This could also be about clarity and understanding. And it could also be communication in the mind. How are you speaking to yourself about a certain situation? All right, let's look at that South Node life depth. We have the Hanged Man. So there's this energy of not making a move. 9 of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. So it's really energy of not time. So again, this energy of like we're so close. We're so close. Guys, remember, we're always looking a week ahead. So Jupiter goes direct next week. A week ahead. Right now, we are sitting in this. I don't even have the words to describe this Virgo full moon eclipse. It peaked early this morning, late last night, and it's definitely a moon that we're going to remember. I feel like the last lunation we had was the beginning of the end, and this is it's the end. It's the closure. It's the last of it. Spring is here, and as we get closer to that Aries new moon, that Aries new moon is the beginning, right? It's the start of the new cycle. So we're definitely in this energy of burnout. We're definitely in this energy of exhaustion. We're definitely in this energy of don't throw the towel in because it's right around the corner. But it's like we're straining as we're watching to see it come around the corner, right? All right, let's pull a tree of life. Let's get guidance for the collective. We have the summer card. Okay. It is almost summer. It is spring. I went back to work already. You guys know I have my summer seasonal job. I did go back a little early this season, earlier than normal. But it is warm. Like it's already warm. Like today it was 70 degrees out there, and I'm like, oh my goodness. What's it going to be in August? All right, here's the guidance. Summer says relaxation, depth of feeling, free spiritedness, recreation, relaxation, ease, daydreaming, burnt out energy, laziness, inactivity, lack of discipline, and selfishness. The glorious rays of light are beaming down upon you now. You're positively glowing. Tree of Life Summer is telling you now is the time to relax in the splendor of your dreams. Drift off from your thoughts as you unwind and replenish your mind, body, and spirit. Feel the freedom of easy summer days in your heart and allow a gentle breeze to soothe you as you become acquainted with the aspect of yourself that knows that sometimes inaction is the best action. We don't have to solve everything right now. And Tree of Life Summer asks you to allow time to work its magic on situations and relationships. Remember what it felt like when you were young and use your imagination throughout the day with no worries or cares to interrupt or playscape of your mind. Taking it easy, relaxing into a state of restlessness now will help you be more productive. And if this is a busy time, try to give yourself the freedom and expression of a child so that you may find creative solutions to problems that you're facing and allow for non logical options. You will enjoy your workload more if you can find the fun in it. Pretend your way through dull tasks or sing while you work. Use a different accent or just be nicer to everyone around you and see if the load is not lighter. Kindness will warm the hearts of many and only give you more warmth and pleasure. Tree of Life Summer knows that you're in full swing. You're alive and deserving of a break from stress. This card urges you to get lost in the shimmering glow of distant leaves on the trees. No matter what has stressed you out, Tree of Life Summer calls to the timelessness within you, the aspect of self that truly belongs to nurture and to spirit. Take a nap under a summer tree and let the shade it provides cool you as you dream of your future. Enjoy yourself in the now. Tree of Life Summer may also remind you not to get into a rut or let yourself down by feeling unmotivated. Take a stroll under the trees with the intention to plan projects that you wish to start. As you're soothed by the sweetness of your inner summertime, organize in your mind the plans that you have thought about during doing but never actually carried out. Try that new sport or hobby that you always wanted to experience. Tree of Life Summer knows that once you act on your dreams, you will never waste another moment. You will allow your restful periods to fuel you for your wakeful and busy times. I got in so much trouble with that right there. Don't work on work days, right? I'm so tired, y'all. It's hilarious. Like I'm trying not to fall out of my seat. All right, Tree of Life Summer knows that sometimes we get burned out or get sluggish. Have you been lulled into inactivity to the point where you do not feel playful or optimistic about life? If you feel you're in a rut, dreams and daydreams will open windows and doors to your future in ways that you never thought possible. It all starts with dreaming, playing, relaxing, and being. Reach up and breathe deeply and think of how you'd like to spend your time here on earth. Spread your limbs and know that you are free to alter your circumstances. And often that begins with honoring your memories of happy times and believing in your ability to realize your dreams. Use your personal free will to escape the dullness of life. Dare to be different from others, play dress up, and let go of conventions that bore you. Feeling free will free you. Feeling joy will bring you more joy. Tree of Life Summer urges you to open up to the universe and dream like a child for a future that you will love to step into. Again, I feel like the guidance wraps up the entire reading in one card. We're definitely at the end of a cycle. We're definitely closing out an old chapter, but not quite turn the page for the new chapter. Feeling this energy of anxiousness, feeling this energy of maybe even like some of us could feel like something is slipping away. And this is really just a time of being in peace, being in the present, finding the joys and gratitude of the day as you wait for what spirit or as you wait for what your soul has when you step into alignment. And that's going to be the collective. I hope that was helpful. Samantha, welcome. All right, guys, it's time for those free readings. Let me know if anyone is interested. Tonight's live is definitely about helping you find your silver lining in these very challenging times. So that is the reading that I'm going to recommend tonight. And I may, let's see. Vanessa, are you still with me on YouTube? Who else? Who else was in here? Moderator Lee's. I think I'm going to limit it to 3 readings. 3 readings tonight. All right, let's make a list. And I'm going to pick 3 off the list. Let's put Samantha, Sherry, Erica, Vanessa, Jenna. Thank you, Vanessa. I love you so much. All right, I've picked. I'm going to do Samantha. I didn't pick. Spirit picked. Don't listen to me. I'm going to do Samantha, Erica, and Vanessa. That's it, ladies. That is going to be the readings tonight. I do recommend that you hang out. I just want to say, if I didn't pick you, I'm sorry. I love you very much. We'll be back next week to do this every Tuesday, right? I think we may start doing this way. Um, but I would say hang out anyway because you could definitely still get a message, especially if you have something that's like weighing on you or you can't stop thinking about it or like you have a specific question, right? Um, just this would be the time. Again, message could come through, even if it's for somebody else. You could hear something and be like, oh, that's my answer, right? Because it pertains to what it is that's weighing on you. Does that make sense? All right. I'm going to start with Samantha. Samantha, no questions. Questions are energy exchange. This is a free 3-card reading. I'm going to pull the cards very, very quickly. Think of your question, though. Think of your question. It's very possible that spirit still answers your question. All right. 3-card spread. I am going to use the Black Moon astrology cards. I'm going to go over that spread one more time because once I start doing the readings, I'm going to do them pretty quickly. The first card I'm doing in the free readings is the Cloud. It's going to represent the challenge or the frustration that you're facing. So, what's bothering you most right now? The second card is your Silver Lining. And the third card is your advice or your guidance. All right, Samantha, let's look and see what's bothering you right now. North Node, life's purpose. You don't know where you're going. You're not sure where you're headed. Maybe you're, like I was saying earlier, you're waiting for something and it's like still not here. And you could maybe even like be losing hope that maybe that's not going to happen. All right, let's look at the second card, the Silver Lining. We have Sagittarius, I see. This is Jupiter energy. It sounds like there's a helicopter landing on the house right now. Um, but this is Jupiter energy. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter going direct. Remember March 10th. So I am definitely getting this energy like don't uh, don't quit now. Something you've been waiting for could definitely be like just a couple of days, just a few days away. It could have something to do with seeing something or being seen or seeing someone. All right, last card is going to be your next step. This is the practical advice, Capricorn energy, Capricorn I use. Okay, so I would say look on your chart. Where is Capricorn for you? But remember, Capricorn is the goat. Capricorn is the one that doesn't quit, doesn't give up. You definitely could be dealing with some type of delay, but something that you want is very, very close. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that was helpful. Next is Erica. Erica, same thing. If you just happen to have a question, keep it in mind. Samantha's like, is it still thinking about me or not? Probably not. All right, Erica, first one, the Cloud. We have Jupiter benefits return. So you've been feeling like a little unlucky while Jupiter was retrograde, maybe dealing with some challenging situations since last November is what I'm hearing. All right, let's look at the Silver Lining. We have third house messages. I actually feel like this is more about third eye. You could have experienced third eye activation. The hieroglyphics are sticking out to me, like the pictures that you see on the walls of like pyramids, right? So it's giving that type of energy, like you're receiving some type of downloads. So something has taken longer than expected, but it's giving you the opportunity to open the third eye. All right, let's look at the action or advice. You have first house, the body. So it's showing you something about yourself, like maybe where you need to heal or where you need to put your focus. On the bottom, we have 10th house, the world. So it is definitely going to be about opportunities. All right, Eric, I'm going to leave that right there. I hope that was helpful. When Venus, I'm sorry, well, I mean, Venus is happening as well. But when Jupiter goes direct, I feel like we're all going to start to see the things kind of start to trickle in, and it'll be just like one thing that you've been waiting for, and then one more thing you've been waiting for, and then all of a sudden it feels like a downpour, right? Like it just starts, I don't know, like steamrolling and snowballing in, and it is going to be because Jupiter caused everything to be stagnant for so long, right? And there is reason for that. So whatever, remember, you're revisiting the planet's energy when it's retrograde. So whatever that reason is, as soon as it moves direct, it's like this sudden burst in the opposite direction, right? All right, Vanessa, you're going to be last. Thank you, ladies, for being so patient with me. I hope the astrology and key events for the week are helpful. I will be back. My next one is Thursday. We're going to look at all 12 signs. I do understand that I still have the March twin flame current energy to get posted. I know several of you have messaged me about it. No, I have not forgotten. Yes, we normally do it before the month starts, so I am a little bit behind. There's going to be a reason for that, guys. There's always a reason for all the things. But I'm thinking like maybe Friday. Friday may be when we look at the March monthly. All right, Vanessa, here we go. It goes direct on the 10th, between the 10th and the 11th. All right, Vanessa, first thing I'm looking at is what is bothering you the most right now? First house, the body comes out. Could be a health situation. It could be somebody. All right, let's look at the silver lining. We have fourth house roots. I think it's somebody. And it could be like somebody that's close to you, someone that's in the family, or someone that's part of the family. Let's look at the action that you're going to take. Neptune, sacrifice. So there's something about dreams. I don't think that you're actually sacrificing. I think you already sacrificed for this person. And that could have had something to do between November 2025 and now. And it's like now, look at the 10th. You see the number on there, the 10th. Now, as Jupiter goes direct on March 10th, it's like, I don't know, you get the reward for whatever that sacrifice was, right? All right, guys. I hope those readings were helpful. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. Moderator ladies, I appreciate you so very much. Yes, guys, make sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. Thursday night for sure, all 12 signs. It's very possible I'll do the monthly tomorrow. So, guys, if you're new, make sure you have those notification bells hit to all so it lets you know when I go live. But all 12 signs for sure, Thursday night, 8 p.m. I hope to see all of you there. If you happen to not be able to catch me live, don't worry. I'm always going to put those timestamps in the description box. I love you guys. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.